We're diving headfirst into the main man himself, Lobo. Is the rumor mill churning true? Are we actually getting a Lobo movie in 2024 with Jason Momoa strapping on the chain and Henry Cavill trading in the cape for a space hog? The internet is ablaze with speculation, and with good reason. Lobo's a fan favorite, anti-hero known for his interstellar bounty hunting, outrageous personality, and well, let's just say a fondness for extreme violence. Could this be the R-rated DC movie we've all been waiting for? Jason Momoa ditching the trident and embracing the chain for the role of Lobo. This potential casting choice has fans buzzing with anticipation. Lobo boasts a rich backstory and a power set that could translate to some seriously entertaining action sequences on the big screen. Whispers suggest Momoa's Lobo might debut in the upcoming Superman Legacy film. This movie, positioned as the launching pad for the new DC universe, already boasts a star-studded cast. So, DC devotees, keeping a keen eye on Superman Legacy, might just get a glimpse of the main man himself, Lobo. Beyond the casting speculation, Lobo himself is a character ripe for exploration. In the comics, he's known for his unique blend: dark humor that toes the line, a tough guy persona that oozes charisma, and a power set that allows him to punch his way out of most situations. This combination seems like a perfect fit for the direction James Gunn, the head of DC Studios, is taking the DCU, a universe infused with darkness but not devoid of humor. With the DC Extended Universe undergoing a revamp, there's talk of Momoa exiting the Aquaman role and stepping into the boots, and possibly the space biker, of Lobo. This would be a fresh take for the characters he hasn't been explored on the big screen yet, and the possibilities have fans positively vibrating with excitement. Speaking of Momoa, he's slated to make his final underwater adventure as Aquaman in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom in December of 2023. Studio executives are undoubtedly hoping for a box office splash to conclude the DCEU era on a high note before diving headfirst into the DCU reboot. Now let's delve deeper into the rebooted DCU. Casting for Superman Legacy is well underway, marking the beginning of a whole new chapter for DC movies. We already know some familiar faces will grace the screen, with David Corenswet taking over the mantle of Superman from Henry Cavill. This revamped DCU, with its potential Lobo introduction and Momoa's possible involvement, is a tantalizing prospect for fans. The combination of a beloved actor, a character brimming with potential, and a director known for his bold vision has the makings of something truly special. While the official confirmation remains elusive, the mere possibility of Jason Momoa as Lobo is enough to keep DC faithful glued to their seats, eagerly awaiting the dawn of the DCU. Superman's got a new face. David Corenswet takes the mantle from Henry Cavill, and Nathan Fillion, a longtime collaborator of James Gunn, joins the DC Universe fold. But what about Jason Momoa? His future in the DCU remains shrouded in mystery. However, a tantalizing rumor has been electrifying the fandom: Momoa stepping into the chain-wielding boots of Lobo, one of DC's most beloved anti-heroes. This news comes amidst the ongoing drama surrounding Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Headlines surrounding Amber Heard and Johnny Depp have dominated the conversation, but quieter whispers suggest Momoa might be eyeing a new role as Lobo once his tenure as Aquaman concludes. There's even speculation that Momoa's Lobo could appear sooner than expected, possibly even in Superman Legacy. While the film's cast already boasts a star-studded lineup including Hawkman, Mr. Terrific, Metamorpho, and Guy Gardner, adding Lobo could tip the scales towards overstuffed. However, there is a surprising connection. Lobo has established ties to both Superman and Guy Gardner in the comics. This injects a layer of intriguing logic into the potential casting. But who exactly is Lobo? Debuting in the 80s as a classic villain, Lobo underwent a fascinating transformation in the 90s. He became a hilarious satire of the area's grim, dark heroes like Wolverine and Punisher. This satirical twist propelled him into the spotlight, and fans adored his dark humor and skull-crushing antics. They even bestowed upon him the nickname The Last Sarnian, which roughly translates to the guy who'll rip your guts out and have a blast doing it in his native tongue. Lobo's not just about the blood and guts, though. He's a complex anti-hero, a walking contradiction who thrives on chaos and intergalactic bounty hunting. He has a knack for stirring up trouble wherever he goes, often walking the tightrope between villain and reluctant hero. He's known for his unlikely camaraderie with Guy Gardner, yet remains constant thorn in Superman's side. This creates an intriguing dynamic, as both Lobo and Superman are the last survivors of their respective planets. However, their paths diverge drastically. While Superman embodies truth, justice, justice in the American way, Lobo's story takes a far darker turn. He holds the dubious distinction of wiping out his entire race, the Zarnians, single-handedly. The potential arrival of Lobo in the DCU, coupled with Momoa's possible involvement, is a thrilling prospect for fans. Forget Superman's unwavering morality, Lobo is the antithesis of a hero. He's one of the few who can actually brawl with the Man of Steel and come out swinging. His power levels fluctuate across comics, but his core strength is undeniable. Superhuman healing, muscles on top of muscles, and near impenetrable skin make him a walking weapon. He even transforms any weapon into a tool of maximum carnage. Lobo's banned from both heaven and hell. Stuck on the mortal plane, he's essentially immortal. Compared to Superman's resilience, Lobo is practically indestructible. Imagine the havoc he could wreak in the DCU. With immortality on his side, he clashes with heroes and villains that could be truly epic. When Lobo arrives, it's not just his towering presence and wit you need to worry about. Though he hasn't gotten a solo movie yet, his ultra-violent style might be exactly what the DCU needs. A jolt of raw, unfiltered chaos. Lobo's captivating nature lies in his familiarity, a twisted reflection of popular anti-heroes. He shares Deadpool's penchant for carnage and near immortality, making an R-rated Lobo movie a perfect fit for the darker, humor-infused DCU under James Gunn, who isn't afraid to push boundaries, like with the Suicide Squad. But Lobo isn't just a Deadpool copycat. He also possesses a Wolverine-esque gruffness and brawling prowess. With Wolverine's cinematic success, DC has a golden opportunity to put their own stamp on the muscle-bound anti-hero archetype. This is where James Gunn's vision aligns perfectly with Lobo. Gunn thrives on quirky characters and dark humor. Lobo embodies both, in spades. The casting of Jason Momoa feels like destiny. He already exudes much of Lobo's spirit, a larger-than-life, charismatic presence with a hint of chaos. It's a match made, not in heaven, but perhaps in a more lawless corner of the cosmos. However, if Momoa isn't destined to become the main man, this legendary action star might not tower over Superman like the comic book Lobo, but his shorter stature could create an interesting dynamic, a tough guy with a surprising punch. Why gamble on a newcomer when you have an actor who's mastered the hyper-violent, sardonic anti-hero persona? Morgan's performances as Negan in The Walking Dead and the comedian in Watchmen showcase his ability to embody Lobo's dark humor and brutality. His physical presence, standing at an imposing 6'2", would further solidify him as a credible Lobo. While some fans might have campaigned for him, JDM is unfortunately out of the running. Rourke could bring in a whole new level of intensity, channeling his performances as Marv in Sin City and Whiplash in Iron Man 2. He possesses the size, the voice, and the experience in action films to deliver a truly memorable Lobo. There could be a potential scheduling conflict with Perlman's role as Cable in Deadpool 2, but if that falls through, Lobo could be his perfect fit. After all, Lobo is essentially a spacefaring Clay Morrow from Sons of Anarchy. Perlman's talent and experience make him a strong contender. This list doesn't aim to be exhaustive, but it highlights the wealth of talent that could bring Lobo to life on the big screen. With his dark humor, unmatched charisma, and near immortality, Lobo is a character ripe for exploration. He could be the perfect addition to the DCU, adding a dose of thrilling chaos and a unique anti-hero dynamic that fans would undoubtedly love. The Lobo trailer breakdown. Hey, did Jason Momoa convince you he's the main man for the job, or are you left wanting a little more Cavill in your cosmic chaos? Well, head on over to the comments and let us know your thoughts. Is Lobo a franchise waiting to explode, or a one-way trip to the bargain bin of the DC vault? Hey, while you're there, make sure you smash that like button if this video left you wanting more intergalactic justice, and subscribe for future breakdowns that are out of this world awesome.